Good morning, Disney.
I like how you do that. Good morning, happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's funny how I've got nothing I have to do for somebody else today, only things I get to do for us.
Well, fun.
So I woke up way earlier.
He's like, I'm ready to go.
Sandy Norris in the house. What's going on? Sandy, you are an amazing supporter of this channel. I love you for it. Thank you so much for that. Sure Nut 60, same. Hannah L, same. God bless you, Hannah. Even if you didn't sneeze yet. Dean, Turkey Legster Bancroft in the house. I'm sorry if you haven't had your turkey leg for breakfast yet, but I'm glad you're here. Keith, big Disney fan. I hope your show went good last night. I said that last night, and I'll say it again. Yeah, who else is here? Hitchhiking Bones.
Hitchhiking Bones.
I still got that little tickle. And I feel like I sound a little bit like Michael Jackson. But it is what it is. Hitchhiking Bones, Bright Suns to you. Davy Crocketeer is harder to sing in the morning. Just a Disney fam in the house. What's going on? Thanks for being a member of the channel. New stuff for members. New 1 or 2 new emojis and a couple new levels. Anyway, I'll talk about that at some length. I think you're supposed to get an email when they approve it. It looks like they approved it and sent me an email, so I didn't know if I should announce it yet. Whatever. It's just fun. Doesn't matter. Lori French in the house. What's going on? I'm glad you're here. Members, I appreciate you being here. Mods, I appreciate you being here. People in chat, I appreciate you being here. My mom, if you're my mom, I appreciate you being here. Hi, Mom. And if you're just in ninja mode back there, I appreciate you. A couple announcements, couple Disney news items. Richard the Orlando guy inspired me yesterday. Richard the Orlando guy, are you here? Are you here, Richard? I need a sound effect. That's one of the things I'm gonna buy a sound effect thing.
A knocking. You need a block of wood to knock. A hollow.
Anyway, VP's in the house. What's going on? Adventures with VP. Not that Matterhorn Matt in the house. What's going on? He's not that Matterhorn Matt. He's the other
Matterhorn Matt.
I'm glad you guys are all here. So some news items, but let's get some businessy thing. Richard the Orlando guy. He sent a nice super chat yesterday, and then I sent him a little thank you, and we had a little mini conversation as I was walking out the door yesterday. And I'm just going to say it. And he kind of said, hey, look, I like the name Good Morning Disney. I like the show. It could be a podcast, which hey, Michael Superbacker in the house, have been we were doing Beauty and the Baits. We made that a podcast, but I pulled back on it. It just doesn't feel like where we're going with it. But I do like the Disney news kind of thing. Yeah. It's Disney news. It's us.
A little different.
It's topical, but we put in our personality. I feel like we found our niche or niche. You decide. Hi, Michelle King. What's going on? Welcome in. Happy Saturday. And I do like the name, but then I'm like, well, copyright, right? Trademarking and stuff. Disney is in the name, which is totally against the rules, the law, frankly. Good Morning Disney. So do I want to get that as a title that I promote, that I push, that I try? Beauty and the Baits works because it's our name.
Right.
But it's a little bit, I don't know, it fits into the Disney niche. Anyway, but there's Good Morning America, right? There's Good Morning Football on ESPN. It's a show. I love the show. I never watch it, but when I watch it, I always love it, and I love the name. And it just seems right. It seems like us. I like it. So I'm thinking, well, do I get the website? Do I make it a podcast? And I was really I prayed about it. I thought about it. I talked to her about it. I called my mommy. I talked to a couple other people that I respect, I look at. And I was leaning towards no. www.goodmorningdisney would be a copyright issue, right? No. But then I thought, Disney Copy Blog, my buddy Matt. Disney Pins blog, been around for years. DFB, Disney Food blog, one of my favorites. Disney doesn't send them a cease and desist. Disney does send cease and desist to like small Etsy people now and then. Sometimes as low as 5,000, but you know what? I'm starting to think it must be people who might be pushing the envelope a little hard, because Disney Food Blog hasn't been come after, or if they have, they said, yeah, bounce, I'm staying. So using the name, it's like Dole Whip Dad, right? By the way, www.dolewhipdad.com is a thing. I don't promote it yet because there's not a lot there yet, but Surfer Girl, welcome in. Good morning, happy Saturday. So I made the plunge. I dove in. I bought it last night right before I went to bed. It usually takes 12 to 24 hours to go live. I didn't even look. There's nothing there, but www.goodmorningdisney is now ours. .org. I couldn't buy .com, but somebody has it. It's like it's just one page. It's a picture of the castle. Disney castle, and then some word in, I think, French. I don't really know. I don't speak La Francais. French toast, escargot. It's everything I got. I don't know. You spoke French, right? Didn't you take French in school?
Oui. Je parle français très bien.
What?
Yeah, that.
I don't know what you said. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, I do like the French dudes on the crazy. Oh, they're nuts. Those crazy French guys at the World Showcase. They make me a little nervous, mostly happy. They're standing on. They're like I guess it's like seals, not penguins. They're like seals, right? They're so funny. I got such a great video of it. Cute little girl who was actually from France, right? They didn't even speak English, but they were next to us. It was one of my favorite things I've ever done. I love World Showcase so much. But anyway, Pro Manhattan in the house. Pro Manhattan, got to check out her Twitch stream doing creating and songwriting and stuff. It's pretty cool. So check that out. So anyway, I'm excited about it. And I think it's going to be our show made into a podcast. Magic the Mouse TV, thinking about you last night a lot hours after I did my show because of my Richard conversation. Actually was planning on bugging you this weekend because I do my podcast stuff that I've only been playing with it. Last year I worked on daily vlogging to learn it. This year I'm working on live streaming. That's why I live stream every hour on the hour, every freaking day, it seems, because I'm trying to get good at it and decide if I like it. I'm thinking that 2021 is going to be my podcast year, but obviously I've dabbled a little bit already. And I know my buddy Bill from Magic the Mouse TV right there in the chat. Tell him I said hi. Tell him hi. Say whatever.
Hello, Bill.
He knows more about podcast stuff than me. He's in that niche,
yeah,
a little more than me.
Fancy equipment.
He has the fancy equipment, right? Although he's he's a little bit like me. He gets a little frustrated in that. There's my favorite day ever was at the end of our show, or might have been before our show. He was just going to throw all the stuff through the wall, and it made me happy because I can relate.
Yeah, it sounds like.
Please don't do it. It's expensive stuff. Yeah, right. But it made me not happy that he was mad.
The Apple up yet? You've got to learn it.
Well, yeah. Well, I got a little sick. Then we went on vacation, and this week I've just been busy. This year, I know. Pete McDevitt in the house. Buy Free Project in the house. Buy Free. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Super Dizzy fam in the house. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Pete McDevitt, one of my partners. Another thing, I don't even think I told you this. So lots of people put like their partner channels, which I don't really even know what that means. I don't think I've heard it defined very well yet. But people put like their favorite channels, or these are my partner channels. And I had Peyton's channel and Reagan's channel, The Animated Investor, which I think I'll have a new video up today. I haven't done it yet, but I sold and I bought some stock. So if you're in that world looking at you buy a pre, there'll be a video up about that. But I added some people if you're a co-host of one of my shows. So if you're, let's see if I can not forget anybody. Pete McDevitt and Kelly Myers for the Thursday night watch party, NFL watch party. They're now on my channel because they're my co-host. Tuesday, Bill for Magic the Mouse TV is on there because I have a baseball show with him on Bush League Baseball. And then Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, Disney Pins Live. And then Lynn from the Lynn Project, who is probably ninja moding or just waking up or hearing her alarm go off right now or about to wake up because she's got a show in about 52 minutes over on either her channel or Triple Peace channel. Coffee and Contemplation. Am I forgetting one? Friday night, Kelly. Saturday, you don't have your own channel. Sunday, Lynn, Bill. I think I got everybody. Kelly and Pete. Did I forget everybody? So anyway, they're on my channel now. You can check them out. And I do want to promote two things that are in the crawl on the bottom, and then we'll get to the Disney news. Join me and Dizzy Dan tonight on his show, Disney Fiasco. It'll be fun. I'm not going to give away the topic because I don't know if he's made it public yet, but it's a good one. It's a really good one. And I'm excited. I said yes before I knew the topic, but I would have said yes even if I would have changed subjects to talk about this because it's fun. It's a fun topic. So get over there. I'm not going to announce it because I don't have permission to announce it. When he sends it to me to promote, I'll tell you. But you're going to like the topic if you like Disney things. So there you go. Check him out. It'll be fun. Disney Fiasco is one of my first and one of my favorite weekly live streams. If I'm home on a Saturday night, I never miss it. Sometimes we do family things on Saturday. Saturday after the show is usually the day that I don't say yes to most people when they ask me to come on their shows on Saturday. Right. But I've never said no to Dizzy Dan if I could, unless I had to, because it's such a good show and he's such a good guy. Anyway, and then also I want 5 people today. I'm hoping to get 5 people today to go shopping. Not for me. I don't make any money. I have a relationship with them because they're my friends, but I have no financial interest in this at all. But Lake Buena Visitors over on Etsy, I bought some shirts from them, and one of them they didn't have in the right size, and they hooked me up, and they hooked her up. They're just so amazing, and I've heard plenty of stories from my friends about how they've done these things too. Every time I've worked with them, they've gone above and beyond to just be sweet and friendly. Me and Pete and Kelly after our show the other day were talking about how amazing this couple is, and we love them to death. And so I bought some shirts, and they're hooking me up with extra stuff because they didn't have a thing. My point is, they're amazing. Lake Way to visitors on Etsy. Use the code Dole Whip today for 10% off. And here's what I'm going to do today for the first 5 people, because I can't do it for everybody. She doesn't know this. I'm not making a penny on this. I didn't tell her I was going to do this. If you screenshot me a picture of you buying a thing from them today and use the code Dole Whip, because you get 10% off if you do that, I'll send you a Disney pin. You just got to send me a screenshot and your address, and I will send you a Disney pin. And no guarantee how fast the pin will get there, because I'm really bad at going to the mailbox, but you will get it. I've never not sent them. I just don't send them as fast as some people like. But so 5 people today. I don't know if I can get 5 of you. If you're going to buy a shirt anyway, you might as well get 10% off. Use Dole Whip as the discount code. Screenshot me to prove it, and I will send you a Disney pin. And if in the note to me where you send me your address, say, hey, I like Winnie the Pooh, or hey, I'll try to give me like 2 or 3, because I don't have all the pins. Cool offers, stuff. You want to talk about Disney news? Enough announcements?
Yeah, we're good.
You were good?
You go ahead.
More details emerge about the great sinking of 2020. You know, we thought 2020 was a bad year, and then
you thought
Splash
the
Mountain,
Titanic was bad,
right?
But
I blame Leo.
Splash Mountain.
So this is kind of dumb.
Just a little.
Because here's the thing. Like I said, yes, multiple phenomenal shirts on that site. I totally agree. I'm not wearing one of theirs today. I am wearing a Disney shirt. It's not one of theirs, though.
Too, but mine is from Disneyland. Mine is sparkly.
I like yours better. Here, let's get rid of Pete's comment there. So
we're like, oh, mine's like a jersey style.
You're kind of hot, I'm just going to say.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, thank you. We stink running around with ugly people, so I'm glad I get to hang out with you. Anyway, back to us. I think that we should talk about this. I've been on Splash Mountain. Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
We had the great tidal wave on Splash Mountain.
Please. We'll talk about that when I'm done if you want to. Is there any place in I know, it would be a never-ending story. She tells it so much. Hey, Team McNeil, what's going on? My friend Antonia with an M in the house, what's going on? I feel like I made my shirt all sideways now. Magic Mouse says, you can see the difference since StreamYard upgraded their video quality for 720 when they added 1080. Your video is noticeable. Oh, is it? Okay, that's good to know.
We used to be really fuzzy.
I shaved.
But now you're going to see all my...
I can talk about my leg hairs and we can make a Joe Biden joke, but half the people will leave, so we won't do that. Okay, so back to this. I got Joe Biden jokes going on, man. I really shouldn't tell any.
No.
It's not. Let's not do it.
Not go there.
Just go watch him. You'll laugh yourself. Okay. Is there any place on Splash Mountain that you feel like if you fell out, or if you're in the boat and you sink straight to the bottom, the top half of you, would your hair even get wet?
No.
How deep is the deepest point, you think, in the river that is Splash Mountain?
2 feet, 3 feet? I don't know.
If that, probably
Maybe.
not even that, right? So what's the great fear here? Corner Sports in the house, what's going on? Good morning to you. David Teen House, what's going on? How is Saturday? Man, Saturday is so good at this house. I hope it is at your house too. There's no place that you could probably get, even if I'm wearing shorts and I'm standing up in the water, I doubt my shorts would get wet, right?
Right.
Like there's zero risk.
I would think. Yeah. Because we're just barely floating.
So photos have emerged and video has emerged of the family who got stuck. And now I'm not saying I wouldn't. So you're in the flume. Is it a flume? Log. You're in the log. The flume. The flume is the log. You're in the log, right? And you're taking on water. I'd get out too, because who wants to walk around with wet underwear, right? That's no fun.
I mean, you do anyways on that ride.
Exactly.
You get soaking wet.
So they get out, and I'm not saying I wouldn't have got out too. I probably would have got out. And then the cast member, there's a video of it. The cast member's like, next time this happens, which is a pretty stupid thing to say, right? Because they're not gonna be a next time. Next time this happens, stay in there, and they get all mad. And so now they've posted all over social media that Disney was amazing, except for the one cast member was a little rude. Look at. They weren't rude. They were surprised to see you standing outside, right? Hey, I've been trained. I get paid $9 an hour, and I've been trained by Disney to say, hey, please stay in the vehicle.
For their own safety.
They probably made it.
Get out.
Because that's not a place to stand. It's not a safe place. But I would have got out, too. I'm not blaming the family for getting out. But I find it funny that they're trying to make a big deal about this now.
I mean, whoever's in charge of that area would be a little stressed out. Like, oh,
what am I supposed to do? I got a family of 4. in my, there's no place to walk right here, right? So I found it funny. The details emerged on social media. Basically, it's simply this: the family was kind of mocking the cast member, and I kind of don't like that. I mean, what? Just laugh with it, people. And they probably are now, and I don't know them from Adam. Maybe they're nice people. I don't know anything, but I think in this day and age, it's even more important to be nice to cast members and people at Walmart and people at Target. I mean, there's less people doing more stuff everywhere. Like our customers sometimes are challenging to our employees.
Yes.
And I will 100% of the time take my employee's side and lose a customer over the other way around. I'd rather lose a customer for life than hurt the feelings of my employee even for an hour, because family, right? And so my point in all this is, man, it seems like we're looking for reasons to attack people right now. You had to get out. You're a little wet. You got a fun video. You went viral. It sounds like a win to me. What say you? Am I crazy?
No, I think that I mean, at the moment, I'm sure it's surprising.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what do we do?
It's kind of fun. I want to walk around the back of Splash Mountain.
That would be fun.
Right?
Yeah. That would be fun.
I want to.
I mean, that's one of our girls' trips when they, that's one of their highlights of the trip when they went to
Disneyland.
Disney California Adventure,
Yes.
and they were on the River Rapids ride, and it got stuck, and they had to drain like the whole thing. They were on for a long time, sitting waiting for it to get drained enough for them to pull them aside, and then they had to walk in these little side niches to get out.
Yeah.
That is like, they love that story.
Sandy,
it was
exactly.
Something different.
Yeah, I mean, I want to, which, again, I don't have permission to share tonight's topic. He didn't say I couldn't. I just didn't. I told him, hey, send me stuff. And so until, whenever I'm somebody else's show, I don't want to give it out until they want me to. He probably wouldn't care, but hint, hint, we'll be talking about this. Anyway, so it's all over, but it's not all over, but it's on a few places. InsideTheMagic.net, one of the many blogs that I check out every day. Right here, and it's details emerge about sunken Splash Mountain log. That's how I should have called it, the log, not the boat.
Log.
It didn't sink. It took on some water. I mean, it's kind of clickbaity, and I know. Oh, I thought there's a whole video here. I guess I clicked the wrong link, but regardless, I guess I've already showed. I've told people. Roseanne in the house. What's going on? Happy Saturday to you. I think we've explained the story enough. Please make sure to ask Dan to make his bed. Right? I know. Just Samson. Alex, good morning, just Samson. How are you, buddy? I'm glad you're here. So anyway, that's kind of the story, and we're sticking to it. I don't know. Is there anything else left to be said there? I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the family that got wet. I'm not trying to make fun of the cast member. I mean,
you're gonna get really wet anyways.
It's kind of why you go on that ride.
So
isn't it?
at least you have a story now.
Two more stories that I want to talk about: George Lucas story and cast member care kits. Let's talk about George Lucas first. So I love Star Wars. I'm nuts about Star Wars. My good friend Andy, you know Andy. They might not know Andy, but you know Andy. He's like my best friend.
Sometimes he's in with us.
He's popped in the chat before.
Yeah.
He usually comes in and makes fun. He doesn't understand you. He's like I'm older than him by a couple of years, but I swear he's turned into the oldest old man ever.
He has.
Get off my lawn. What are you doing on YouTube? Janae in the house. What's going on? Sorry about the voice. Janae, what's going on? Anyway, Janae, I love you. Glad you're here. Appreciate seeing your name in chat. Kathleen Kennedy, not my best friend. I don't know her. I shouldn't pick on her. I and George Lucas have something in common.
She's not your favorite?
His either, apparently. So Kathleen Kennedy has recently been announced that she won't be involved with the Star Wars stuff moving forward. I don't really think she was fired. People are saying she's fired.
That'll make Peyton happy.
It will. It will. Look, I always try to stay away from politics, and I always find my way into politics, so I apologize. I have a strong opinion. If you watch my show more than like 4 minutes, you can tell. I mostly think, leave each other alone and be nice is kind of my view on life, so you can figure it out, but I don't care. But it is what it is. Kathleen Kennedy seemed to want to have a little bit of her political stuff in Star Wars, and she merged it in here and there, and I don't even care, but it did, I think, in this case, hurt the trilogy. I really do. I think it did. I think her interest in putting out her viewpoint superseded what I think George Lucas's vision was about just a good versus evil. It's kind of a play on some of the great stories in history, right? Come on. The stormtroopers are Nazis, people. I mean, we're talking about good versus evil here, and it's not hard to see. It's right there. It's fun. It's what many great authors do. They take a real story and they make it an allegory. I don't want to use the word wrong, and they make it into a well, an epic story, right? I mean, not Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's kind of a story of World War I and good versus evil and all those things. And maybe I'm getting into the weeds too much, but my point is, good morning, Andy, with an O. I'm glad you're here. Kathleen Kennedy went a little crazy, in my opinion. Now, again, I don't think she really got fired. I think she was moving on. You're with a trilogy for a decade. You do a bunch of stuff. You move on. So I think this is probably clickbaity stuff too, but they do it a lot. But here it is right here, and WeGotThisCovered.com. And I say that just because I want to give credit where credit's due when I read something. George Lucas reportedly blames Kathleen Kennedy for ruining Star Wars sequel trilogy. Now, before I read this, I thought
it sounds like Peyton.
Peyton does not like Kathleen Kennedy.
No,
she does not.
She ruined it, she said.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon too much.
I haven't read into it enough to know. But
me and my
apparently Peyton has.
Peyton and I are like to dive in the weeds on this.
She's like, that was not the original plan. They changed it really right at the end. Yeah, she's really.
So I'm not going to read the whole thing to you because I hate being read to. You're not going to enjoy being read to, but I'm going to read a little bit. ATJH in the house. I say it every time. Check out their Instagram. It's so fun.
Voice. It'll be more fun.
Reading Darth Vader's voice. Are you? I haven't Kathleen, I've got a little frog in my throat.
Oh, frog in your throat. Okay, never mind.
We have a me brushing my tooth story that I might share later, but it's pretty funny this morning. The name Kathleen Kennedy is enough to send some longtime Star Wars fans into a fit of rage.
Yeah, I have one of those in my house.
We do. Yeah. She's really hard to get worked up.
Whatever,
but if I want to, I
exactly
just say,
you.
"Hey, have you heard about the new Kathleen Kennedy thing?" Even if I don't know, and she just rages. With the Lucasfilm president shouldering most of the criticism for Disney's haphazard treatment of the beloved franchise, with the notable exception of The Mandalorian, which I think is better than the original 3, and I'm nuts.
I love the
for
Mandalorian.
Those 3. So good, so good. Wow,
Baby Yoda. So that's the other daughter's obsession.
Yeah,
Reagan and Baby Yoda.
It seems that not a single project set in a galaxy far away goes by without some kind of major incident or creative upheaval, as the person calling the shots, the fingers of blame, generally get pointed in her direction. After all, there doesn't seem to be any sort of coherence to the franchise's Disney era with the likes of Phil Lord. I don't want to get into this too much. My point is, it comes out that, well, let's get to the George Lucas part, I guess. I share it. Lucas had his own ideas for episodes VII, which is 7 for those of us in, planet Earth, 8 and 9, and were discarded when he sold up to Disney. But the creator of Star Wars is still available to filmmakers like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni in an advisory capacity. So it's not a secret to know that George Lucas had a plan. He did, 1, 2, and 3, which turned into 4, 5, and 6. Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. He had a plan, and then he had the prequel, and he had the other 3 kind of bouncing around in his head. You guys all know this. If you're into Star Wars even a little bit, you know this. But he sold to Disney, and my point in this is he gave up control for all the billions of the dollars. Now, he did it on purpose because he trusted Disney, because he, as I and many of us in this chat right now, we love Disney. So as a kid, he loved Disney. He had a passion for Disney. He thought, who better to give it to than Disney? And they bought it, and they made a deal, and then, Iger said, ha, thanks. See, we're going to do some different things. And George said, well, I've got this idea. And Bob said, nice. I'm going to hire him and him and her and him and him and her and her. And so he hired the 2 people from Game of Thrones who started the new trilogy, but now they've backed out, but there's a whole new trilogy. You've got the Han Solo thing that was a mess. You've got all these things. And then you got the Kathleen Kennedy, who was in charge of probably the most important one, episode 7, 8, 9. I don't hate 7, 8, 9. I love Kylo. I love Rey. I think they're iconic characters right up there with Luke. Maybe not, and Darth Vader. Darth Vader's iconic, but I think they're great characters. I do think some of the other stuff, I think the Princess Leia treatment is downright stupid. I think there's a lot of stuff that is just rough. Yeah.
Well, and also,
and it's Kathleen Kennedy who's getting the blame.
Talking about timelines that they had pushed, and George Lucas was saying, no, that's an impossible timeline, and they were like, we don't care. It's going to be that date.
Yes.
So when you're forced like that, it's not going to be best.
Allegory.
Your best work. You can't just force it like that.
All right. Anyway. So it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not a fan of those 3 compared to 4, 5, and 6, which is 1, 2, and 3, which is Star Wars, Empire, and Return. But they stand up just fine with episode 1, 2, and 3. which are pretty good and were hated. And I think this is much, you know, if you're a very big time veteran of Dole Whip Dad, the channel, and me talking Star Wars, I think many of the Star Wars community, which I guess I'm a part of because I'm a Star Wars nerd too, likes to hate on it because you know what? When it's your favorite movie as a kid and they add stuff, you're stoked, right? Because you want more,
Yeah.
but then it's not what you would do. Like in 77 and 80 and 83, I was 7, 10, and 13. So I've had 43, 40, and 37 years, all the math, to think about what I would do with Star Wars, like all of us Star Wars nerds do. And you know what happens when you do that? And they make them, you're stoked about it, but then they don't make what you would have done, which is never a possibility. So back off.
Or for all the people like Reagan and Peyton who spend their lives in that like extra universe over there, that they know all these like extra things.
Reagan and Peyton.
And then they're like, that is not how it's supposed to happen.
Reagan is totally the queen of her own world.
Like she knew about Mandalorians and all of that years and years ago.
I want to make fun of my kids. Reagan lives in her own little world, and so does Peyton. Reagan embraces it. Peyton makes fun of how Reagan's in her own little world and then jumps right into her own little world.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. They're the same, but Peyton doesn't think so. It's so funny.
It is.
And they don't watch my show, so.
Yeah, there you go.
So anyway, Doozy screwed up there, says Bill of Magic Mouse TV. It's the same as when someone buys a great restaurant. That's a really good point, right? It's like when you move from California, come to Texas, don't bring your things, everybody says. When you buy the restaurant and you change it, I agree. Hey, I love this, let's change it, right? But the truth is you can't do the same movie. It's like YouTube. Are you a fan of YouTube? YouTube the band. So Bono, who I love.
Thought I said your tooth when I told him you were on YouTube. Grandpa's on YouTube right now. He goes, oh, my tooth.
Anyway, YouTube, Bono, the rock band. I think they're one of the great rock bands ever. I'm a big fan. But here's the thing. If they just did the Joshua Tree every album, we wouldn't have stayed with them.
Right.
The super fans are like, oh, Bono, are you going to play all the same stuff from Joshua Tree? The answer is no. 87 left, 30 years ago, people. And so I think it's good to grow and change, but you're going to get new things. It's like the YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow a YouTube channel. Thank you for all being here. 43 of you looks like you're in the house. I appreciate every single one of you. If I did the same video every time, nobody would come. But so early on, I did a trivia show. I've talked about this a lot. The first thing that got me rolling was a trivia show. I don't do a trivia show anymore. Why? A bunch of reasons why. And a couple of people are like, hey, and I love it when they say, hey, we're going to bring back the trivia, because then I know they're old schoolers and they've been with the channel for a long time. But the answer is probably no. I've thought about it, but my point is you got to grow, you got to change, you got to let go. We program with kids. When I train up new youth development professionals, what I have to get out of them is that if they do something good, like they're working hard to get the kids involved, they get kids engaged. You got 35 kids and they're all excited and having fun. And then I teach them to what? Stop early. While the kids are still stoked, you got to change what you're doing and get out there. Why? No, they're having fun. I know, and that's easy, and it becomes a lazy thing.
That's the idea.
If you play dodgeball for 4 hours, the first half hour, 90% of them are going to have fun, and the second hour, 80% of them are going to have fun. But at the end, third,
there's a few left in fighting.
And there's that 15% that are going to do it all day. That's all I want to do. Please just let me play dodgeball all day long. But then the other kids are like,
Well, and we wanted to encourage them to try other things.
It's the same thing, though. So, my point is when you're doing the Star Warsy thing, does that make sense? Yeah. ATJH says so. I don't know. I feel like I'm on a rampage. I've only had 1 cup of coffee. I swear.
And peanut butter Nutella. Speaking of
how you get I like peanut butter a lot. I like peanut butter creamy better for one main reason. She likes peanut butter crunchy. Which I don't mind. I love it, but every now and then it gets stuck in, and you go, so I'm in there and I'm brushing my teeth, right? But I'm not really brushing my teeth. I'm trying to get the freaking peanut out.
Brushing 1, 2.
Because it hurts, right? So
1, 2.
So I'm in there doing this, and beautiful lady's curling her hair, and she says,
"You done brush your 1 tooth?"
She does it funny like Ray. And I'm like,
you're like, what are you doing?
I'm getting shut up. So anyway, R2-D2 is my favorite Star Wars character. I don't know. Let's go there. We got more Disney news, but now Dean has me thinking about turkey legs and Disney characters. Dean says R2-D2 is his favorite Star Wars character. I want to know in chat who your favorite Star Wars character is. Hey, beautiful lady, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
The child, the baby Yoda.
The child, the baby Yoda. Really?
Probably. Huh. Yeah. Right now.
Well, in The Mandalorian, my favorite character is it Cara Dune? It's Gina Carano. I'm into the UFC, and
so hey, I have a question.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Gina Carano is melting glacier hot. Well, I love her so much. Did you know it's her fault that we're having global warming?
Oh, okay. I'll talk to her about that.
Don't, please.
Okay, never mind.
Stick with the glaciers.
So, okay, Mandalorian, new
Yes.
season coming, right?
Yes.
So
I hear rumors online are that the first trailer's coming out soon.
Awesome.
Yes. I like how you got mad when I interrupted you there. So
oh my gosh, you just talk nonstop. On Disney Plus, would you spend $29 for the season?
Nobody's got
of Mandalorian.
Oh, you threw a curveball at me.
Right.
Look at me answering questions that you're not even asking.
Because I know you absolutely would.
I would.
But for a movie, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mulan talk. Yeah, that's a really good question. So I would.
So I don't want to give them that idea because I don't want to spend the $30 on it.
We've talked about this on the show too. Like, it's so good that if that was the only thing on Disney Plus, I would pay for it.
Yes.
What is it, $12 a month? I would totally do that for Mando.
Yeah.
Crazy. I spend more than $12 a month on Mandalorian merch. Yeah. Probably.
I mean, yeah, if you count what Reagan gets too, which
I do, because it's my freaking money. So. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, it's just her money.
Well, it's recycled money.
Tree?
She does her
Dollar Tree in the back.
Something, and you.
By the way, Dollar Tree's lying liar. Dollar Tree is like, hey, I'm going to go in there and give me dollars or right on. No, they want my money.
No, they take your dollars.
That pisses me off. Apparently, we're boring people. We're only down to 37 people. I'm sorry. I think we were at like 47 today. A while ago. If you're one of the 10 who's left, I miss you greatly. 11 now, but whatever. We love you. Knowing all the Star Wars characters' names, which I don't. So I think for me, not that anyone's asking. Thanks for asking. I think my favorite Star Wars character is probably Darth Vader.
Not my favorite.
I think it is.
I mean, he's cool.
I do love Han Solo a lot.
I like Hans too, and Chewie.
I love Chewie. I like K2. I like the blind guy in
yes, I am one with the Force.
I like that guy a lot. I can't even think of his name. Studman who can't see.
Yeah.
Whatever. Studman who can't see. Now you need to wipe off the screen, Jeff. I've got.
Just in case.
She sneezes on it. It's gross.
Oh, whatever.
Now, Davey Crocketeer says it's deconstruction happening a lot in areas. Yeah, amen. Dean has changed his name to reflect his addiction, right? I know. I like that. Big Dizzy fan says R2-D2, C-3PO, and Baby Yoda. Chewbacca and Baby Yoda for Pearl Manhattan. Check her out on Twitch, people. Gina is in the movie Haywire. My mom knows female UFC people. That freaks me out a little bit. Yeah. I've never seen Haywire, but I love Gina Carano. I do. She's fun. She's awesome. I love her. Reminding folks to hit the thank you. Mar, you're the best. I love Mar. Thank you. And I agree. Please hit the like button. Even if you're one of those people who's already left, it's going to be hard. Yeah, Cara Dune. Speaking of Cara Dune, not on Disney, and we're going to get off Disney News, but we got time. We're doing well on the time. I think I'm going to do a video today or tomorrow. It'll be sometime next week. I haven't put out a lot of videos lately at all, but I'm excited about Dune. So I've never read, you're welcome, Pearl. I have never read the novel Dune, but it's a science fiction nerd's dream. Apparently it's like the best science fiction book ever. They did it, I guess it was in the 80s, a pretty crappy.
I remember,
everybody hated it.
Movie.
And apparently this version, which I don't know the story very well. I mean, I know the basics, but I've never considered myself a science fiction guy. Star Wars, like many of us in my age, brought me into science fiction. Most science fiction when I was a kid I thought was stupid, and then Star Wars hit. And then I got into Battlestar Galactica as a kid and Buck Rogers for a small time, all those things. But it still dives into nerd crazy. Somebody buy me some Stridex. I got to go play Dungeons and Dragons. At some point, science fiction gets pretty rough pretty fast, right?
Yeah.
But Star Wars is Star Wars. And I hear Dune, the book is amazing. Award-winning, right? This movie's supposed to be good. Zendaya, who's in Spider-Man, you know her from Spider-Man, Spidey's girlfriend. Your daughter Peyton's freaking obsessed with Zendaya. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right, but pretty sure it's Zendaya. I don't know why she's obsessed with her. She's just a kid actor, but whatever. But she's in Dune, and she came out the other day, and she just saw the preview, which we're about to see here pretty quick. And she says she was blown away. Now, she's supposed to say that. She's promoting the film, but I'm excited about you. I don't think Paula knew it. She was itching my arm right there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you do it on purpose?
You were rubbing. No, I was.
It was nice. I don't know why you did it, but you don't have to. I feel like anyway. Joe, insert
I could
Joe
braid
Biden.
them.
Joe, here. Anyway, you could braid them?
Yeah, it's so long. Italian hairs.
Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm excited about Dune, but that's not a Disney thing. Let me get caught up in chat and let's talk a little more Disney news. I got one more Disney item to talk about. I'm in a weird mood. I'm in a good mood. Hello, Make It Blue. Is Caitlin here? Hi, Caitlin. There she is. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome in. I really liked Cool. Oh, yes. Nick Nolte. Did you know that was Nick Nolte? I didn't at first. I have spoken the name of Me and Reagan show, which we've got a couple things. We're going to put out there. But, yeah, I like that character a lot. And then I won't give away any spoilers, but I guess I just did it with my face.
It was rude.
It was rude?
Yeah, what they did to him.
We're saying hello to Caitlin. Yeah, check out Caitlin Make It Blue. She got a cool blog. She's crushing it on YouTube. She's doing a good job. She goes live on Friday nights, and it's awesome. I saw Star Wars in a theater and remember people smoking. Davy Crocketeer. I saw it in a movie theater too. I don't remember the smoking thing. 1977.
Well, it was a long time ago. They were allowed to smoke in places.
I remember in junior high, Life magazine. You guys remember Life magazine? It was big. It had Empire Strikes Back. It had Return of the Jedi on the cover. The local college, the junior college where I ended up going, but when I was a kid, we were there. Palomar College in San Diego, in San Marcos to be specific, California. They had it was like in their astronomy department, but they had I guess it was like a presentation of a film. And it was back in the day, we didn't have all the channels, right? So it was a big deal. Now it would just be a TV show, but we went, mom took me or whatever, or dad took me, somebody took me to Palomar College, and we watched a video on their big thing, their astronomy thing, about the making of Star Wars. And it was between Empire and Return, and they were showing the models and stuff. And that was really the day that I became a Star Wars nerd. It was amazing. Anyway, let's get caught up in chat, and then we'll talk about the other thing. I'm out of here, says Bill. Uh-oh, where'd it go?
Way up.
Heading down to Cape May. Nice. You have a great day, buddy. Craft beer brewing, hoppering. Nice. Good for you, buddy. You deserve it. Have a great time. Have a Dole Whip. Do they have Dole Whip beer? Have a Dole Whip for me. Brandon the Pinocchio in the house says Splash Mountain. Zendaya, she was fantastic in The Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman coming to Disney Plus, by the way, or it might already be there. I don't know. I think it's coming out next weekend.
It's coming, yeah.
Yeah, she was a big part of that too. Good morning, guys. Says Resort Budgeting. Did I miss the conversation? A little bit, but.
Splash Mountain. Yeah.
Brandon says Song of the South. Yes. Zippity doo dah. All right. I think we're caught up in chat. Excuse me, guys. So let's get to one more Disney newsy item, and then maybe I'll shut up for the day. Probably not. This is kind of nice. I wasn't sure if I was going to include this. There was really 4 items, and I kept it to 3 because I usually talk about 20 minutes each. Disney. This is from InsideTheMagic.net. Again,
hey, Cameron's here.
Cameron Tucker's here?
Yeah. Hi, Cameron.
I've heard of Cameron Tucker.
We should do a Dole Whip IPA.
Yes, please.
Cameron Tucker is the daddy of the most beautiful little baby.
Well, one of the most beautiful little babies. Yeah. I did fall in love with the little baby.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's our happy face Tucker. That's what I'm calling her because she's so smiley.
E2 misses me.
E2 wants to come and see
our little community here knows her as E2, E1, and E2 because you guys named her the same dang name.
It's not the same.
Anyway. Cam, love you. Glad you're here. Have a good time. InsideTheMagic.net, just a Disney blog. Just giving credit where credit's due. Yesterday I saw this. Yes, it was posted last night. Disneyland confirms cast members will receive care kits. I don't really care too much, but I thought you guys might like this. Disneyland cast members.
He said she's crying. Come get her. Yes, I totally will.
Drive her over here. I don't know if we're going anywhere, but she'll go. I don't know what you got planned. I don't know what we have planned, but I know I'm not going anywhere. Bring her over, or we'll go get her. Whatever. Disneyland. And by the way, lying liar. She didn't cry once the whole day she hung with us.
She says she's not a crier.
Maybe I've heard her like one time ever.
Maybe it's because we're used to Peyton.
Oh.
She was a kid that never stopped screaming.
Unless she's very different than when we had her that day, you have no idea what you're in for. Anyway, back to this. Disneyland cast members learned on Friday, August 7th, that they will receive a care kit when they return to work, and what the kit will include. Disneyland Resort shared a video on its official cast and community Instagram account with the caption, where'd it go? There it is. Jeez, I couldn't find it. And I'll just read it to you. Cast members who are returning to work will receive a care kit including company-issued face coverings, hand sanitizer, a thermometer, and cast resources. Here's what to look for when you pick yours up. Blah, blah, blah.
Cast
blah, blah.
resources.
Yeah,
Like,
Disneyland
if
cast.
someone sneezes in your face, what to do?
You get to punch them in the face. Disneyland
they
cast
don't.
members will now receive face mask, a thermometer, hand sanitizer. I just read that. Blah 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 blah. I guess I shouldn't read the
A
same thing.
thermometer, like, keep in their pocket.
While the I don't know. It's a good point.
They're like, hey,
Is
here.
it for your forehead or you know what?
I'm sure it's probably the forehead kind.
I mean,
Yeah.
I vote for that.
Yeah, it'd have to be. Otherwise
There's other
you're
options that are
constantly.
less enjoyable. While Disney remains mum on when the Disneyland Resort will open, which is why I decided to share that. It means we're on the way. Juliet Miranda in the house. What's going on? Diz Our Dream in the house. What's going on? So glad to see you guys in here. Juliet, I hear you moved to NOLA. Oh, I'm jealous. I love your town. Anyway, we'll get back to that another time. I told that's David, the producer.
Yeah, I love NOLA.
I don't know, like, it doesn't matter. We were talking about that. I love where I live, but every now and then I go to I vacation place. I'm like, people actually live here, babe. And Juliet, you live where I want to go. Anyway, while Disney remains mum, and I want a beignet now. See?
Yeah, that's some good.
Yeah, well,
strong coffee.
chicory
You
stuff,
didn't like the coffee as much. I did. I like.
We talked about that actually.
That's just I don't drink it like that normally, but with my beignet in the French Quarter, I do.
Yeah.
It's just how you do it there.
I order them and then I go, why did I do? I mean, I haven't been there that many times. But while Disney remains mum on when the Disneyland Resort will reopen, which is again the reason why I mentioned this, because this means they're getting closer to opening. Which I don't really care because I'm not in Anaheim. But anyway, including Disneyland company executives during the quarterly earnings call on Tuesday. Quarterly earnings down $2 billion in a quarter, yet it went up 12% in 2 days. Well, and I bought yesterday. I bought yesterday.
Disney, yeah.
Anyway, this care package announcement creates hope that the Anaheim Resort is at least inching closer to reopening. That's 100% the reason why I thought I would include it today. As of now, Disneyland's Resort, again, reading from InsideTheMagic.net. As of now, Disneyland Resort's shopping and dining district, downtown Disney, is the only, you don't even like downtown Disney, but I love it, is the only area that is open so far. Cast members elsewhere, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. The whole point of this is if they're yelling to cast members, hey, we're going to send you some stuff. The world's changed. That's good news for our Southern California friends who are missing Disney. I follow a lot of people online, Twitter and Instagram, like plenty of you do, cast members and locals, and the Southern California locals are over it. Yeah. Seeing people in Orlando in the parks and not getting to go. What say you? Good news, right? Any of you from Southern California?
Some of our Southern California friends actually just said forget it, and they went straight to Florida.
Yeah. Well, I won't say that, but yeah,
our friends.
That's pretty cool. Like you're a Southern California Disney.
Like a month. Did
they really?
They did. They were like, heck no, we're not going back.
Well, if you're a Disney nut and you go in and there's nobody in the park, which has been the case. Like
they've loved it.
Kelly from the Mickey Bunch was there with Sean, VP. Are you still here? And who else was he there with? Miguel, Gonzo, somebody else. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And she said, "Oh my gosh, it was roasting. It was so hot with the mask and all that, but there was nobody there, so it was kind of worth it." My eye is freaking out.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
my eye.
It's gonna be so hot in October. And masks all the time.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. After the show, me and Kelly talked about that. I'll tell you about that afterwards.
Okay.
Corona care kit. Yeah, right. Corona care kit. Did I say hello to you, Diz Our Dream? Diz Our Dream often goes live right after the show. Diz Our Dream, are you going live after the show? If they are, go check them out. They're often in the parks. They often talk Disney pins right after the show. So 10 o'clock my time. They're East Coasters, so I guess that would be 11 o'clock their time, but 16 minutes from now. So if they're going live, go ahead and throw it in chat if you want to. They're always awesome. They're my friends. I love them. And they're into Disney pins and Disney things. They're the family that was one of the group where we got off the Jungle Cruise when we were there and we hung out and had Dole Whip.
Yeah.
That
was fun.
We love it here so much, closer to Walt Disney World. Yes, Juliet. Yeah, NOLA. Yeah, NOLA's just a fun town. We're in Fort Worth. And I love it so much.
We're like in the middle of both parks.
If you drove from my house to Disneyland or to Walt Disney World, it's basically the same. It's
2 days
freaking long.
Yeah.
How far of a drive is it to NOLA? Because it's like probably half of our trip,
8 or 9 hours.
What is it total to Walt Disney World? Like 16?
16.
So yeah, it would be right about a half.
It's about a halfway.
Watch out for hurricanes. 'Tis the season to be underwater.
Have your house on stilts.
Yeah, that's cool how they have them on stilts though.
I know, I love that.
By the way, you live down there and you actually have alligators just cruising around.
I know.
That's
really fun. Well, we have some here too, but they don't. Yes, we do. Right here at Eagle Mountain Lake.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But like they have them in neighborhoods and stuff.
Yeah, they're not in our neighborhood.
And you guys have you know what's scary and creepy and that makes me want to do Halloween things right now? In New Orleans, for those of you who haven't been to New Orleans, they actually have their graves above the ground, and it's super freaky.
It looks like Haunted Mansion.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of people died in New Orleans, and they apparently don't like the dirt. Anyway, I think that's why.
I think because they float back up.
NOLA talk with us this morning. Everybody saying hi to Jeff and Angela. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Mom, it's Bomb in the house. Fort Worth, Texas. Yes. Fort Worth, Texas is my favorite Fort Worth. And it's my Fort Worth. Yes. Anyway, okay, and I think I got to all the news. Did I get to all the news?
Yes, I think we went through all the Disney news.
I think I did.
The last thing I think was the care packages. Staff, cast member, care packages.
I think so.
Now we just wait for more to open. Like, get the resorts open.
Yeah, it is. There's other things, but they're not topical right now. So anyway, so we're really excited about it. We've been talking about going. I've shared this plenty of times, but I'm going to share it again. We've got a trip planned in October.
Mm-hmm.
A trip, we'll see. We got a trip planned for New Year's Eve, which I actually think is more at risk than the October trip because the idea
they're not doing night stuff. Like,
yeah,
everything at night is canceled.
Last year, my friends, Resort TV One, they go live every Friday night and other times too. They are awesome live streamers, crushing it, over 100,000 subscribers recently. Great, good people. They go live, and last year for New Year's Eve, my mom was here. We hung out, and I really enjoyed their coverage of World Showcase. The party looked like a party to end all the parties, and so I thought, well, let's go to World Showcase for New Year's Eve. We talked about it. Cameron, if he's still in the chat,
Cameron and Brittany
my
have
daughter
their reservation.
talked us. They were going to go anyway, so we're like,
baby's first time.
Exactly.
Christmas.
But are they going to be open? If so, will there be that party? I don't know. So anyway, we're going to be there in October. Probably we're going to be there New Year's Eve. Probably. And then we'll be there, I don't know, for one of the dates in the spring for Flower and Garden Festival. So I'm really, really excited about it, but it's hard to really know.
Yeah.
And I say that to ask you guys. Go ahead.
I do know for sure that like the first resort that we're supposed to be staying at in October is not going to be open. So I do have to call. I finally did get an email confirming that because I kept saying, oh, there's not an email yet, so we're good. No, the email came yesterday. So
meaning what? Meaning good news or bad news?
Meaning that it definitely is not going to be open. But Old Key West should be.
Yeah. Well, and she did give me good news that I was going to tell you off stream, but I'll tell you now with them too. Those of us who have reservations who are getting booted from places are getting upgraded to nicer places.
Okay.
So I'll take that. I don't know. We're DVC and we our home is the Poly. There's plenty of places that we haven't tried. I don't even care. I really don't.
No, it's not DVC that we're getting bumped from.
Well, people are getting bumped to things though. Okay. It's a whole thing. I'll let you talk to her. Pearl says, I lived in the French Quarter as a child, grew up on the Mississippi coast. Nice.
Oh, fun.
All of my exes live in Texas. Oh, I don't sing country music. Well, no, I don't listen. I do sing country music. I don't listen to country music, but that one makes me happy. All my exes live in Southern California, but that doesn't go as well. Cameron Tucker says, hopefully it's still a go. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Does our dream either Andrew or Jeff says, oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, you know what?
At least in December, it won't be hot. Like, if we still have to wear masks, it's not going to be hot. I mean, it'll be warmer than here probably, but not in the hundreds. So that's a plus.
I told Kelly last night, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, go check out her channel. She's awesome. The creator and the host of Sipping the Tea on Friday nights, and they're having an anniversary thing. I don't know if that's today, whatever. They're awesome. Go check them out. The Mickey Bunch. Anyway, she's our friend, and I was telling her we might just hang at the pool. Like,
yeah, because you don't have to wear the mask at the pool. So
well, who knows what it'll do then.
That.
Yeah.
Snacks and swimming. That'll be great.
Keith says Kansas is the land of Oz. I like how Keith just boom. I got a topic. We're gonna go with it. Kansas is the land of flat and corn and nothingness. We were in Missouri. We were next to Kansas.
We were right by the little point where all of them are. There's three states together.
We were right. We didn't go there, but we were right next to it.
Right. We've been there.
Right before. South of Joplin. Yeah, we stood right there. It's nicer now than
the kids when they were little.
When we were there, it was just like a spot in a jungle, but now it's like fancy.
Yeah.
Because money. Because they had a big casino there now. Anyway, a great book set in NOLA is A Confederacy of Dunces. So I've never heard of that one. You know, for me, the Interview with the Vampire and other Anne Rice books, not family friendly. Wouldn't suggest them for kiddos, kind of adult, but the books are awesome. The movies are good too. Now, Interview with Vampires, but the books, good. We did audiobooks on. Remember that trip?
Yeah.
That was fun. We like scary stuff. Very interesting. Sunday mornings in Jackson Square. Oh, you're talking about NOLA? Yeah, I bet. Jackson Square is in NOLA, right? Isn't that the main one? Kansas beef. Yeah, that's for sure. Have to check that out. Anyway, so I think we've got 10 minutes to go on the hour, but here's what I want to promote. This is our dream. I don't think I saw if they pointed it. There they are. Are you guys still going live in 10 minutes? Because This Is Our Dream generally goes live at the end of this show, and so does my friend Triple P and the Lynn Project on their show Coffee and Contemplation. One of those shows. Also, Myers and the Mouse, Mama Mouse and Kelly go live sometimes after them. Saturday's full of stuff. I usually take a break. I'm going to be on my couch working on website-y things and just some other stuff that you guys will get to find out about at some point, and turning this show into a podcast, frankly. Should ask her for Juliet. Juliet knows podcasts. I should ask her what she uses. I was on Anchor, which is not where podcast people are, but I've been looking at Pat Flynn a lot, Juliet, looking at you and everybody. But I think I might go a little more official and put a little money into it and do it right. We'll see. We'll see. I also might go cheap. We'll see. But I think when I'm done, I'm going downstairs. I'm going to put on my favorite live streams. Check those out. Also, Nick Nimmin goes live a lot this time, and Pat Flynn goes live too. So there's actually usually 4 good live streams that I enjoy right after my show. Why podcast? A couple of reasons. I like it. Some people you got to go where the people are, right? And I think podcasting is the most obvious place for growth, and I am looking to grow. But there's a bunch of more reasons for that. You know what, Sandy Norris, I appreciate you asking that. Maybe so. I have a show on Sunday night. Tomorrow night we have Disney creators on DizTube. My friends, the Doofly crew, will be my guests. They're awesome, and they're awesome. Check them out. You know Pat? I love Pat. I'm on his income stream as much as I can. I'm a huge fan of him. I've been a fan for a long time, but I've really been diving into his content. It's just good stuff. Just good stuff. So I'm not surprised because of who you are, Julia, that you know Pat. But that's cool. We've talked it through email, but he does that. But whatever. It's probably anyway. To answer your question, Sandy, so Disney creators on DizTube is my show, but after that we have Creator Talk Live, where we're going to talk about Reels, which is Instagram's attempt to take down TikTok. TikTok's going down on its own, but anyway, that's the whole thing. We'll talk about that, but I also might talk about podcasting too, because I've been thinking about that for a while. I love audio. I like the medium that is audio. I'm a big Joe Rogan fan. I like a bunch of podcasts. By the way, you want to end on a Joe Rogan thing? I'm going to get all dad on everyone if we do this. David, can you get you in touch with it? Really? I am, Juliet. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I fanboy Pat. I do. And he lives where I used to live in the north. Well, I don't want to say that. I'm a fan. I'm a fan for a bunch of reasons. Fern the Camper. That's a fun name. I just popped in. I nipped out of the camping live stream. Jumping camps for a few. That's cool. I like camping. Thanks for the Disney update. Oh man, no, thank you for being here. Oh, I appreciate you. Fern the Camper. I love your name. And I love that you're here. Juliet, thank you. You made me happy, Juliet. So we're going to change subjects a little bit because I want to. This is creepy as heck, people. So you ready?
It's creepy as heck.
So I'm a dad of daughters, right? And let's get rid of this. Juliet, seriously, thank you. I'm excited about that. So I'm a dad of daughters. And now I have 2 granddaughters. And I care about kids' safety, all right? Tell me who this is. You all know this person. Well, maybe not you all. Most of you know this person. I'm a huge fan of this person. Oh, shoot. You probably saw the name already, huh?
No.
Can you tell me who that is? That's Joe Rogan.
What?
Let me explain. And because this is funny and hilarious, but also it pisses me off. Ready, set? We'll end with this. I'm just reading from Joe Rogan's Instagram. It was this morning, I think. I don't know. Pretty sure it was this morning at like 8:40 my time. So like an hour and a half ago. Hour ago, really. If you want to know how effed up, I'm not reading his word, we are, and how bizarre filters are, and how distorted young women's expectations of beauty are, I present you this picture. This is me, Joe Rogan, not me. I'm reading Joe Rogan's words. That's Joe freaking Rogan. My 10-year-old daughter, who is not an expert at editing, I guarantee you, is laughing hysterically because she took a picture of my ugly chimp face, I love Joe, making kissy lips and ran it through some satanic filter designed to steal women's self-esteem. Let me read that part. Designed to steal women's self-esteem. I deeply agree with that. through pure deception and a word that I won't use on my stream. And this is the result. Protect yourself, my friends. The internet is trying to rob you of your happiness. Look, you're on TikTok and you're singing somebody else's song. You cover up your face, you pretend like you're somebody else. That's not being creative. That's wishing you had followers. You're enough already, people. You don't need all the freaking filters. You don't. Oh, look at me getting all pissy. You don't need all the audio. Like I don't even have TikTok, and I can't go on my Instagram without seeing one of my friends singing somebody else's song. It's not even good, by the way. It's like lip syncing for dummies. It's the worst. It's the lowest form of creativity ever. And I don't mind. You be you, right? It's like sub for sub, but dumber, right? Like sub for sub is really dumb. It doesn't work and it's stupid, right? But people do it. Why? Because they want that. They want that dopamine of, oh, I got 4 new followers today. Jimmy, I got 8 people who I'll never see in my life. I don't know who the heck they are, but they hit my button, right? What the heck? So the sub for sub thing is stupid. This TikTok thing, this creating but not being creative, it steals your thought process that you are enough, that you can. You can have a podcast. You can have a YouTube channel. You can have a whatever the heck you want. You're good enough. You are good enough. You can start a community. I talk about it all the time. Lynn makes fun of me. Lynn from the Lynn Project. She's my friend. She's a ghost. I talk about it all the time. You can start your own shoelace fan club, and you'll get 1,000 people if you are your authentic self and you present. I mean, if you just sit there and you're boring, I see people all the time who are live and they're just, hey, I'm going to put 4 other people on my channel. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to sit over here. And you guys entertain them so people will subscribe to my channel. Don't do that. But if you're you, if you're authentically you, if you share your you, if you're a little bit, just a tiny bit okay with someone judging you and you put yourself out there a little bit, you're going to create a fan base. Now, you're also going to create haters, but who cares? Just have an itch. Who cares, right? Move on. My point is, you don't need TikTok. You don't need Instagram filters. You don't need a modulation of your voice. If you're singing somebody else's song, like I see these TikToks, like it's duos, right? I'm going to sound like an old guy.
I honestly don't know.
Good, because it's so dumb. So somebody over there,
dance moves.
Somebody over there singing somebody else's song, and then I'm singing. It's like a duet, and you're singing like Ariana Grande, and I'm singing like Kenny Rogers. See what I did? That's funny. Okay, but it's Ariana Grande. It's not even good. And then they
lip syncing.
It's lip syncing. It's lip syncing.
Okay.
But then they.
I mean,
some of them even
thing a long time ago, but it's like.
I want to be somebody who says you be you, and if that makes you happy, you create. You do you. You do you. But what the heck? That's not Joe Rogan, people. I'm not saying, yeah, see, I put on, okay, what did she say? I'm not saying don't put on makeup. I put on deodorant today. I shaved.
Out of bed. I brush my hair.
I'm not, don't be a wall Martian and walk around with your hair sticking up. Do your you, right? But and if it makes you happy, do it. What do I care, right? You be you. But you're good enough. You don't need the freaking filter. Okay?
There you go.
I don't know. Did that come across okay, or did I sound like a raving lunatic?
Oh, you always sound like a raving lunatic, so we're good.
I love you too.
I love you.
You're good enough. You don't need the freaking filter, you people. Okay? But, you be you. All right. It was nice hanging out with you two. Diz Our Dream, are you guys going live? Are you going live, Diz Our Dream? Diz Our Dream is probably going live. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. Or Angela. I don't know what Buddy is. Is Buddy a male thing?
Buddy?
I said Buddy. I didn't mean it to be male, but then I was thinking
it's fine.
It's either Jeff or Angela. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, Jeff or Angela, thank you for that. Nice comment. They're probably going live. Triple P and or the Lynn Project. There you go. They say yes. So Diz Our Dream will be live in like 2 minutes. Triple P and the Lynn Project on one of those 2 shows, Coffee and Contemplation, going live. I think that's everybody who's going next. Kelly and Mama Mouse from Myers Mouse usually go the hour later. Again, Nick Nimen's live. Pat Flynn's live right now. Nick's probably already live, and Pat Flynn will be live here in a minute. I'm going to be downstairs watching parts of all 4 of those. I don't care if you use filters. I don't, but I use lighting. But come on, you're good enough, people. You're good enough.
All right. We use lighting so you can see us.
And I shave, and I don't want to be fake. I put goo in my hair, but I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Normal,
but I'm not.
What you do to go out in public, kind of.
It is what it is. It's the fear of being judged, but the wanting to be judged all in one, and it drives me crazy. Yeah. I love you. I need more coffee. All right, and I love you guys too. Thanks for being here. Members.
I need more coffee.
I do. I'm telling you, I do. I'm a little fadey. You know how you fadey?
No, you're not fadey.
I am. I'm telling you. I'm not asking you. All right. If you're a member of the channel, I appreciate you. I love you. If you're a mod of the channel, I appreciate you. I love you. If you're ninja mode, if you're watching, if you're commenting, even if you're not here right now, well, I don't love everybody, but I appreciate you. And I'm glad you're Cameron. I'm glad you're here. If I got a downvote, it's his freaking wife hitting the button. I know. I haven't looked because I don't care, but I'll look later. Love you all.
Daughter.
Cameron, bring that kid over to my house. She misses me. I'm her favorite. If you're not Cameron,
I'm her favorite.
No. Have you met me? I'm definitely her favorite.
No, I am.
Have you met me?
I have.
I'm her favorite.
You just bribe her with Disney trips.
She doesn't even know what it means yet, but she already loves me.
Grandpa's gonna take you to Disney, and she just beams. It is the funniest.
All right, have the best day ever. Go wash your hands. Fear is a freaking liar. Don't believe a word of it. I mean,
your mama said bye too.
Bye,
we
Mama.
love you too.
Love you, Mama. It's like a family conversation here.
I know.
All right, you don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle tomorrow night. Dupley crew, Disney creators on DizTube, and then me and Lynn talking reels. 4 reels. Ooh, we could do something with that.
Actually, look
and I might talk a little
bit. I don't get it, but I'll watch you guys talk about it.
It's time to go.
Bye.
See you. Thanks for being here.